Yeah, hi, it's Mike. For those that have not been introduced to the Money Putter, I want to take today and kind of give you a little overview of the Money Putter. And we actually right now have two different styles. We have the T7 twin engine and the Bionic. So um, again, if this is the first time you've been introduced to the Money Putters, you'll see that right off the bat you look and go, oh my God, they're weird looking. And compared to more traditional type putters, yeah, on the surface it may seem that, but they are designed specifically to help you improve your putting and your consistency. I'm going to kind of walk through a little bit of the design on them. Again, you can see this is a more of a typical mallet putter or a typical type of a blade putter. You can see a lot of the differences right off the bat. While the heads are about the same size, you'll see a lot of differences. You'll see that there is the body the body angle of the shaft is pretty similar. However, you can see with most putters, again, you've got your shaft being straight down, right in line with the face, where the shaft here is at a shaft what we call a forward shaft lean, which I'll explain in a couple minutes too. Okay, so in looking at the putters, um, one thing again you can see right off the bat, they're longer. Traditional putters being 32 to 35 inches. This one's actually about 32 and a half inches. The Money Putters are 41 and a half inches. That's designed for specific reasons, which we'll get into in a minute. I want to start with the grip. The grip, again, you can see much different, much longer than a normal putting grip. This is done for a few reasons. Number one, we want to be able to give people greater flexibility of where they want to put their hands down on the grip. Okay, so this is actually a 21-inch grip. Gives you the ability for if you're taller to have the hands up higher, hands down lower. Another thing is you can see that it is a somewhat of uh, a pistol grip, which is not unusual for putters. The difference is being this, is with a traditional putter grip, the flat side of the grip is facing forward. Now I can understand that because again, you want to have your thumbs down, so you want to create this motion. The problem is the hole is over there. The hole is not here, it's over there. So when we're lining up for a traditional putt, the hole's there, our body and all our orientation is here. The reason we have the flat side on the Money Putter facing the hole is number one, we want to have all our orientation facing the hole, not perpendicular to it. The other thing is with the flat side, it then enables us to, I don't want to say anchor, but yes, anchor it or secure it to your forearm. Now the rules of golf say that as long as you can anchor it below the bend in your elbow, it is legal. So this again gives a lot of flexibility in doing that. And by having the flat side of the grip facing toward the hole, and you'll have the ability to create a more stability with your leading arm with the wrist and forearm. Reason being, we want to eliminate variables. In a traditional putting grip and putting stance and putting stroke, you have a lot of variables in the wrist. Your shaft is only here. You're trying to get your pendulum motion working this way, yet you have this as a hinge. You have your wrists as a hinge. You have your two shoulders. So there is a lot of variable and a lot of things in play that can impact your putting. The Money Putter, again, especially with the grip, we want to create one length from your lead shoulder all the way down to the ground. So again, with the grip, you've got the ability, if you do want to continue with a more traditional type of a putting stance, it certainly enables that. almost like what they consider now is an arm lock. Well, this provides that opportunity. What we consider being a better way would be to start have everything facing the hole, more in a more natural type of a tossing motion, like you're bowling, or like you're tossing a ball, or playing horseshoes, or even walking. You want everything moving forward. In a putting stroke, you want to have an acceleration moving forward. When you're straight on, the acceleration isn't forward. It almost creates, this back shoulder almost creates a limitation to how much you can accelerate through the ball, which is a lot of problems I had putting, is you decelerate when you get to the ball. So with the longer grip and the longer shaft with the Money Putter, again, when you open things up, and it's really, if you pivot on your feet, you're really not changing the ball position tremendously as much as you're changing your body orientation. So with the one shaft coming from or one point going from your shoulder all the way down to the bottom, and with the longer grip, it gives you the ability to create much more stability and much more consistency in your swing. And with your throwing arm, you're getting a much greater motion moving forward and accelerating through the putt to get the ball to the hole with much greater freedom, and everything is oriented more toward the hole. Hope that makes sense. You'll see once you start using it, okay? So again, whether you use more of a traditional grip, that works. I found that having my two fingers pointing down helps to solidify both wrists even more, which is great. Again, whether you want to have things even in a grip this way, or if you're more comfortable doing a claw grip, it's there, but it's keeping that wrist stable. It's keeping everything from your shoulder all the way to the ground more stable. It just depends on what your comfort level is with your dominant hand moving forward. I guess you could even do a cross-handed, although it would seem a little odd, or even those of you that do more of a, the old Sam Snead side saddle, it would work. My thought with that being, again, it creates too much opportunity for flexibility and inconsistencies, rather than having the grip and the shaft aligned and secured in to your forearm. So the shaft itself, 41.5 inches. That will give, again, plenty of flexibility for taller players, shorter players, whatever, okay? As you can see, we do have the shaft that is inserted into the back or the rear of the mallet. Again, reason being, I want to go from your shoulder all the way down to the ground with the shaft behind it, so the shaft will be directly behind the ball. So you've got a sight line. When you line everything up, you have a sight line from your shaft through the line, through the ball, all the way to the hole. So it's a really, really nice sight line as well, which helps. As far as the head itself, again, a mallet type of a design, with both the twin engine and the Bionic, which I'll get to in a second. The heads themselves are a little bit heavier in weight-wise. One of the things that I like with the twin engine, the standard head size weight-wise is 340 grams. The cool part, I don't know if you can really see in here, is it does have two areas that are inset, so that we can put, so in this case I put actually two additional ounces, which comes out to two additional ounces of weights in them, which brings this putter head up to 400 grams. So it provides, again, more stability all the way through without really noticing that you've got additional weight on it. So those that want, putter head in the 340 gram range, great, we can provide that. If you want something up to 400 grams, it gives us that flexibility when you're ordering to kind of custom tailor that as well. The sound and the feel with the twin engine is nice and bright off of the face. I don't know if you can hear it here, but it creates a real nice bright sound and kind of pops off the face real well. And again, because of the way that everything is constructed, it really makes it easy to have a consistent stroke and to be able to accelerate through the ball. One other thing real quick with it is, again, from a design feature, is if you look at, again, the reason we have another reason we have the shaft at the back of the putter is, in a conventional putter, your shaft needs to be, again, when you strike the ball at impact, that's your shaft is right there at the ball. With the MoneyPutter, by the time your shaft is at the ball, guess what? The ball is already gone. So as you're lining it up, by the time your shaft gets to the ball, and in a lot of cases, again, as we start to unfortunately decelerate, the ball is already gone, which is cool because it helps with the deceleration, and coupled with a more open and more natural stroke gives you the ability to get through the putt real well. So that's the twin engine. The other model we have right now is what's called the Bionic. Now the Bionic, again, very similar, just a little different looking head. This is at 360 grams. Unfortunately, we don't really have the ability here to add additional weight to it that keeps it looking the same. I guess there is room on the front here, on both sides here, and on the sides if you did want to add weight. I actually had one that I'm kind of working on that you can see we can actually, you can actually add weights to these. These are lead weights. They're wheel weights. So they stick on and you can glue them on, whatever. But this actually then goes to 400 grams. I don't think we're going to market it that way, but you can, if you want a little heavier putter, you can certainly add it to that. As far as I know, in reading the rules of the golf, putting lead tape on a putter is acceptable. That's up to you. But again, with the Bionic, same, everything else being the same. The feel on the Bionic is a little softer coming off of the face. Versus the twin engine, where it's just a little bit brighter. But otherwise, again, these are wonderful putters. They look different, but once you really kind of understand and start to work with them, the way that they're designed, what we're seeing so far in the feedback I'm getting, even at an early stage, is that people are really enjoying and makes a lot of sense to help them with their putting consistency, eliminating the variables. As we continue on, hopefully we'll get one or two more additional options as far as heads, with maybe even some different weight options. So that's it for now. Enjoy, have a great day. We'll be back with more information later. Thanks.